Kobe Bryant. What we doing here? What they doing when it come to Kobe, man? Why? What they doing when it come to Kobe, man? Hold on, I'm getting text messages by people. Let me see what's going on. What they doing when it come to Kobe, man? Let's go. Let's see what's going on, people.
Replace me with Kobe with Shaq. I don't win a championship. You don't think I could carry the Lakers to a championship? Like, I've never had the opportunity.
Y'all were up 3-1 one time, and you said, and you thought y'all had it in the bag.
We up 3-1.
You were up 3-1. So if you're good enough to be up 3-1, they expected you to close the deal. That was the only thing
Kobe's
anybody
never been
ever
up
said.
3-1. Kobe's never been up 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 3-1. You only respect the driver of the car. No one respects the passenger of rings, right? There's no one says it, but the one who's leading the one who's leading the team, that's the gold member right there. That ring counts.
And that finals, that last finals that they won, Kobe didn't play well. Kobe didn't shoot the ball well. Actually, everybody thought Pau Gasol should have been MVP. That's how well Pau was playing, and Kobe was playing awful.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
The Kobe Bryant disrespect has gotten out of control. I don't think there's a legend in NBA history who gets disrespected more than Kobe, and if Kobe were still alive, this wouldn't be happening. First, we start with T-Mac, great player, but he said he never even had a chance to win a ring in his career.
Like, I've never had the opportunity.
That's not true. And he said if he played with Shaq on the Lakers instead of Kobe, he wins a ring. Now that might be true, but they definitely don't three-peat. That's basically saying if Trae Young was on the Warriors, he'd have 4 rings just like Steph. T-Mac was an awesome player, but he was very inefficient. He regularly shot 40% or less in the playoffs and in the 20s from three-point range. He was also nowhere near the defender Kobe was. There's a reason he never made it out of the first round in his prime. We can't say that T-Mac and Shaq get it done the same way Kobe and Shaq did. But for the sake of argument, let's give T-Mac the first 3, since it's so easy to win with Shaq. He still doesn't win 2 more with Pau. When Kobe was averaging 30 points in the playoffs and capturing 2 more championships in his 30s while repeatedly going to the finals, T-Mac was dealing with injuries and putting up 8 points a night. It was never close between him and McGrady.
Okay, man, let's talk about something. What are we doing here, man? Kobe Bryant? Okay. What are we doing here, man? So apparently people trying to underplay Kobe. Let's just make one thing clear. When it comes to greatest basketball players of all time, easily Kobe Bryant is number 3 to me. Some people will argue number 2. Michael Jordan first. LeBron James number 2 to me. Kobe number 3. You can put anybody else wherever you want to put them. You can put anybody else where you want to put them, but just keeping it 100 with you, Kobe easily. And what do T-Mac mean? If I played with Shaq, I would have won the ring. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. And you did have the opportunity. You had 7. He said he never got the opportunity. How you never got the opportunity when you led? See, here's the thing about T-Mac that's crazy. How many times you led the league in scoring? You didn't even get out. You never even got out of the first round of the playoffs. Even Allen Iverson didn't really have no help. But guess what we know about Allen Iverson? Allen Iverson made it all the way to the finals to play against the Lakers when they had an undefeated record. The Lakers went through every round sweeping everybody. They only lost 1 game, and that was against Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson won the first game in that championship, and he put up 50 points. 50 points in that championship against a dominant Laker team with Kobe and Shaq. Allen Iverson got to do it. How come you never did it? How come he never did it? That's what I want to know. How come he never did it? And as a result of him actually never doing it, getting out of the first round, how you going to say that about Kobe when Kobe was getting out of the first rounds even by himself? We're not going to play these games, man. These guys just be talking. But it's crazy because when he was there, they always talking about how great he is, how he basically is one of the GOATs. Nobody could never be as close to Michael Jordan. He's the only player in NBA history that was close to Michael Jordan and nobody else was. Imagine that. Imagine all these players who wanted to be as close to Michael Jordan and nobody was ever able to get as close to Michael Jordan but Kobe Bryant. Imagine that. Think about that. Now, we talking about sports here. I'm just doing the numbers of what we know to be true. So many people came before, and so many people, they always tried to say, he the next Michael Jordan, he the next Michael Jordan, and they all failed. They said that about Harold Miner. They said that about Grant Hill and them. They said that about Stackhouse and them. They all failed. They never could even come close. Kobe is the only one to ever come close to Michael Jordan, ever. It was almost like his damn twin. The tongue and everything. Okay? So, that's the thing that a lot of people don't get. That's a lot of things that a lot of people don't get. And it's tragic how he died, because that was sort of like, that was heartbreaking to me, man. Because I saw him, how he was so invested in his daughter's life and was always with him. I never forget that day. I was live, and somebody told me, like, Kobe just died. And I ain't believe it was true. I'm like, nah, that's a lie. Don't tell me. They like, no, this for real. It's true. Kobe died. I'm like, man, don't tell me that. And I was like, well, I'm glad his daughter wasn't with him, though, because she always with him. That's what I said on the live. I'm like, well, I'm glad his daughter wasn't with him because she always with him. You know, that little girl is always with him. And while I was in the midst of basically talking about that, explaining that, it had came in. They was like, man, they just said his daughter was with him. She died too. I say, oh, my gosh. That was terrible. That was tragic. To lose your daughter and your husband at the same time. And I just be picturing him in that helicopter, knowing that it's finna be over, and his daughter panicking, and he got to be strong for her. And right before impact, he embraced her under his arm. Terrible. That was sad. That's why, again, you just never know, man. You never know. That's why you have to, man, listen, people better stop playing games. They better start taking God for real. A lot of people in hell believing they had tomorrow. A lot of people in hell thinking that they had tomorrow. Shoot. What? Come on, man. That was terrible. That was terrible, man. But it is what it is. Sad. But at the end of the day, all the ones who had something to say about Kobe was better than all of them. Kobe was better than Tracy McGrady. Kobe was better than Dwayne Wade. Kobe better than Gilbert Arenas. I don't know what Gilbert Arenas was meaning that people respect the driver, because Kobe always was the driver. In fact, if you know anything about those championships that he won when people wasn't trying to give him credit for being there with Shaq, it was hard for Shaq in that West Coast. It was hard for him. He couldn't get past Portland without Kobe Bryant. He couldn't get past San Antonio Spurs without Kobe. Kobe was the X factor in those series. He couldn't get past them two Twin Towers, them 2 7-footers, David Robinson and Tim Duncan, without Kobe Bryant. Kobe was putting up 35, 40. Kobe the one that was running wild. And then Shaq dominate in the East, because the East didn't really have big men. So he would dominate the championship, but Kobe would dominate throughout the playoffs, beating all the top-notch center big teams to get them to the championship where Shaq dominated. That's the real truth. I watched it because I understood it from the very beginning. Know what I mean? So that's the thing right there. Shoot, they wouldn't even won their first championship if it wasn't for Kobe. They went down by 15 points in the fourth quarter. 15 points in the fourth quarter. Kobe brought them all the way back. And it was him opening up the game that actually allowed Shaq to have freedom, because the Portland Trail Blazers had him on lock. They had too many big bodies to throw at him. And he was terrible on the free throw line. But they did good together. They did good together. So, I don't know. Speaking about that Kobe stuff, that's crazy. Then Dwayne Wade made a statement like, oh, Kobe didn't have a good series doing it. Yes. What do you mean? Don't you know his presence actually affects the flow of the game? Even if he has a bad game, it opens up the floor for the other player to get off and be able to score, because he's a threat on the floor. His presence on the floor allowed the other player to be successful. So even when he ain't doing good, he's still effective, and he still got to play defensively. He may not put up the points you used to him putting up, but you're not seeing the tangibles that's happening on the court that's also affecting the game. Like, for instance, he didn't have a good shooting percentage in a couple of those games, but he was like 90% from the free throw line and shot 19 free throws. He made like 19 free throws. See that? Those points matter when you having close games in the fourth quarter. Come on. So, and then people always believing they could have did it too. You can't do what that man did, man. Or you would already have it on your record. The man got like the second highest scoring next to Wilt Chamberlain. Michael Jordan ain't even do that. The man got 81 points in one game without going into overtime. 81 points. The only one beat that was Wilt Chamberlain. Come on now. What people talking about? And they wasn't good in defense at all. So you got to be a total package all the way around the board. So I don't know. Kobe easily top 3 of all time. You could put it in any look. Nobody's better than Jordan. That's clear. Michael Jordan is the logo, even though it's Jerry West. But let's just be real. Jordan is the man. From Jordan, we have, just keeping it 100. From Jordan, we have LeBron James or Kobe. You can put it anywhere you want to, but those two are the ones. Okay? So when people just talking, they just talking. Gilbert Arenas and them terrible. That's why you fighting a fair case right now. Dwayne Wade is a straight up homosexual who trying to exploit his child to actually live out what he want to do, because he ain't got the courage to actually come out and open and say that he a homosexual. So he put it on his child to be a homosexual for him. That's what he did. That is a wicked, evil, corrupted man to the core. Then you have Tracy McGrady. Oh, poor Tracy, man. Tracy, just come off of it, brother. That go to tell you right there, bro, your name is Tracy. Who named their son Tracy? Like, come on, what are we doing here? Who named their son Tracy? You mean to tell me your mama and them, when you were born, your mama and them looked you in your face and just thought you might be fruity and named you Tracy? Like, that's what they saw in you, looking at you as a baby? They saw a woman? Like, who does that? Who named their son Tracy? Jasmine? Tina? This a male. This a male. I wish I would. I wish my baby mama would. Name my son Tammy, Tamika, Tracy, Stacy. What? Like, girl, what you trying to do? What you on? Tracy. Man, please, right. They fruity. Who named they son Tracy? Man, please. Stop it. I know a woman named Tracy. She's my mama best friend. Her name Tracy. Yeah. These people crazy. But they can quit with the Kobe slander. Cause none of them is on that level. T-Mac talking about he never got the opportunity. Yes, you did. You played for the San Antonio Spurs. You played for the San Antonio Spurs when they were playing against the Miami Heat in the championship. Why Greg Popovich didn't put you in the game and you were fully dressed? Why Greg Popovich didn't put Tracy in the damn championship game and they were playing a game 7? Why he didn't put you in the game if you was that good? If you didn't have the chance? I was asking myself that when I was watching it. Because I really didn't want LeBron to win because I didn't want him, getting rings like Kobe. I was like, man, stop him. Put Tracy McGrady in the game. They wouldn't put you in the game, Tracy. Why they didn't put you in the game? Because you're not known for having defense. You can't stop nobody. That's why they ain't put you in the game. They going down in the clutch. All these scores is close. You need stoppers in the game. People just blowing right past you. Straight to the basket. Man, get out of here. You wouldn't have did nothing. Stop with the Kobe hate. 5 rings. 3 with Shaq. And 2 he got leading the rush. So I don't know what Gilbert Arenas meant by that statement. People respect the one who leads. Well, he led it. What are we doing?